We had enough. We are no longer going to keep quiet and sit still and allow the city, this government, to walk over us. Because for these 30 years that the ANC has governed, for these 20 years that the DA has governed in the Western Cape, they have neglected to take into consideration the people they govern, the needs of the people that they govern. Because clearly, yes, we need employment, we need housing, but not to our own detriment. This is not development. This is the opposite of development, because this is only creating future problems for our community, and we are not going to allow and wait till those problems arise, because we've already experienced it, as I said, over the past 20 years. Today is the 25th of February, and I think it's the second month that we as the community is struggling to get the city of Cape Town to come out and to address the people regarding the concerns about this Aloe Ridge project. This Aloe Ridge project has been coming on since 2009, 2010, and the concern the community have is on the original plans. When the public was engaged, they had schools, they had creches, they had recreational facilities on the original plan, and that is what the community consented to. However, since then, the process has stopped, and only recently the process has commenced again. And now with a new plan that the community was not able to participate and engage, so that they can share whether they agree or disagree with what the new plans are. And now we are finding ourselves in a situation where we have to battle with some of our own community members who, from their perspective, seeing this as an employment opportunity, which it is highly needed. As we know, unemployment is a great concern in our communities. However, we cannot jeopardize our future for only temporary employment for these people. Yes, the employment is a positive, but the employment is not going to sustain them after this project is done. When this project is done, then they are unemployed again. So this is not a benefit to them. However, the community will still have to face all the obstacles and challenges that will still remain after this project is done. And then these community members of ours who are now benefiting from the employment perspective, then their children and children's children who stay in this community is going to have to now combat and struggle dealing with the obstacles and challenges that came as a result of this project. Because on this new plan, they are going to provide service sites and RDP housing, which on the original plan it was gap housing. And what we've also heard is that they are intending to put people here from Khayelitsha, people who have been rejected by Mitchell's Plain, people who've been rejected by Makassar. And now, because in our colored community we don't protest, we don't fight, Now we are seen as easy targets. So now they are deciding to put those people here in our communities. But we had enough. We are no longer going to keep quiet and sit still and allow the city, this government, to walk over us. Because for these 30 years that the ANC has governed, for these 20 years that the DA has governed in the Western Cape, they have neglected to take into consideration the people they govern, the needs of the people that they govern. Because clearly, yes, we need employment, we need housing, but not to our own detriment. This is not development. This is the opposite of development, because this is only creating future problems for our community, and we are not going to allow and wait till those problems arise, because we've already experienced it, as I said, over the past 20 years. So there's ample evidence we can point to where people have gone through this and now sitting with problems, and we are not going to allow it with this project. If the city has followed all the correct processes and protocols, then it should not be difficult for them to come to the table and engage with the community again. But it seems like they are not willing to come and address the community, which indicate to us that processes were not followed, and they're buying time to see what other avenues they can take to bypass and override what the community wants to happen. But we are not going to sit still, as I said. We are going to cover this for as long as this thing is going to happen. This is just wasting time, and it's wasting people's money, and it's unfortunate, and it doesn't have to be like that. We just ask the city of Cape Town to come and engage with the community so that there don't arise civil war amongst members of the community. We neighbors, and now you're causing neighbors to fight with each other. Please come to the table.